the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Since 2012, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the then running mate of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, bursted into the Ghana's political scene, especially in elections petitions. Supreme Court, pink sheet, and you and I were not there. While approval say running mate choice, me a make and unmake an election. Stephen Atubiga, NDC renegade, and are now the founder of National Liberation Movement. I say, former President John Dramani Mahama choice of Professor Jane Naana as the running mate of the National Democratic Congress, and for Bibia politically, and be added to His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama, because also one, nipa no onye politically astute. 2, Osanso Kasa Nonye NDC member. And at 3, Osanso uninspiring speeches. Na and say, okay, you better train. Ne could see Professor Jane Naana speech. I was Tamale during the NDC campaign launch. Na okasa wi ya na Stephen Atubiga se okaye. Yembeti in sema Stephen Atubiga ekafa Professor Jane Naana speech. Yeah. Nya kind comments na pass during the speech no we are near the speech na about compare Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh speech okomaye ewo Okuapem during the visit of the Royal Majesty ewo Okuapem Hene ewo Eastern region near share say and some Stephen Atubiga kano does it hold substance? And I say a play role heading into the 2024 elections. I say JDM running mate spoke like she was selling akobam to the people of Ghana. Signing stem on okay. We already know the things you are saying. How can 1 million women benefit from Women Bank out of the 17 million women in Ghana in the private sector? How can that be a game changer? Also, main policy, Professor Jane Naana, say NDC for the back, and the Babeboa and the operationalization of Women Bank. And then Stephen Atubiga of the argument said, and ye be over 18 banks plus numerous microfinances. That's the question. And is there any? There's no financial product for women in Ghana now. This is nothing new. Now, also some now Professor Jane Naana kind I say or tongue akoba I'm a Ghana for. Please, the solution is certain more banks in the economy, certain smaller and microfinance banks that can operate under the umbrella of the bigger banks, to provide more accessible financial solutions to people like traders and market women. Sane Stephen Atubiga opinion say NDC for adoptia ebeboa. JDM tried to salvage her weak speech, but he was not also adding up. This goes to my earlier comment that Napo will finish her automatically. Into or say I for the statement about say apart from presidential debate on Besansoye vice presidential debate or say na Professor Jane Naana the approaching elections nibia and a Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh aka Napo obebueno automatically. Now I say I was expecting JDM to talk about his policies on creating jobs, but all he could say was prosecuting appointees, which is not necessary and very dangerous in an election year. Until we final comment on the council says she needs serious grooming in political platform speech. I say, hey, now Professor Jane Naana Nsem-Pii no kanya Stephen Atubiga edineno esiniso regarding the opinion on Professor Jane Naana's speech. I say quickly, you call Professor Jane Naana's speech. You pick 2 trending comments under the speech. No, you Dr. Machopoku Pepe speech in back, near Fantoto, in Sema Professor Jane Naana, Ekayo. I say, John Mahama didn't leave any proper legacy in the country. No wonder Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's constituency tour pulled more crowd than John Mahama's faction of NDC's national campaign launch. It is clear that the North have divorced NDC and John Mahama. That statement under Professor Jane Naana's speech. I say, Madam, under the NDC, there was no haircut. Because Professor Jane Naana can about haircut, financial haircut, as part of IMF program. But your government couldn't provide chalk to basic schools. Tertiary students were paying utility bills aside their tuition fees. 2-year-old pupils were given 14-year-old size uniform. School feeding was collapsing, etc. I said, okay, quickly. Yenkofa Dr. Machopoku Prempe speech and found to the Professor Jane Naana kai. Niye said the Stephen Atubiga kano no kre and has said no kre. Yenko tie the Dr. Machopoku Prempe e kai Eastern region. Ye ba near the Professor Jane Naana the nasoso. Na mwan kasa my the objective judge of the analysis of Stephen Atubiga.
2024, the Civil Summit Abana here Gatoro. Aye, that's about the day. At the upper face. Say, hi, and you soon, and you go back. Over will pursue the issue. Now, every year behind it, Catcher Sakani of Crowd to be baby. And 9 that are soon. What person do cook with you first Sumbano? But show the quality. And fear what you and another crop by your Daniel, your Daniel. Phil, also to take training allowance. Well, chum. Nursing training allowance. Well, chum. Well, chum. Program to our day. Obama the catcher and said. People to be grabbing champ, then now to one have been paid to be. That Babu will be another. About 1 hour, Cotono. Obisi, can you do no? I am mobile phone to the Canadian Edu. Obisi, God of what you have kind of mobile phone, and the Canadian baby, it goes so. Obisi was trying to take training allowance. Obisi, but yes, I'm a teacher for the school. I'm a press. The nursing training to a champ. Obviously, say, not to us. I'm a diplomat nursing training at team school. But I am a home press. Okay, wait. Okay, or see, or buy, overseas selection was Zongo. And you will also overseas the aspect you will grow. What happened? And now I put for the bar. Also about free secondary school. Obviously, say, I was the cat 200 billion grand. All for your free secondary school and that. Sandy for all the 2 women of the day. Up by Papa. I don't do this to say about. Hear me, Scary, Obiada Hofaso. President Kufuor bye. Or the free national health insurance by the bois. Or the national health insurance by the bois. Or your free maternal care the bois. Or seeing your mission now for you for Uncle Woody. Free. They say about your country and your Dutch back. And your soon and a career. Yeah, a pet career. The better one, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I know yeah, your body a bag on my free water, free electricity, on my here for the other. I'm going to buy not free company buy, but we will be your food, your pa. Your food, your pa. Your food, your pa. Fatiako South, Fatiako North, New Dublin South, New Dublin, Obia to Obama, Obia to Obama, Oslo, now that's
as a country, we know we are in a crisis. We know things are not working. We know that whether we are unable to pay our debts, whether our currency is depreciating, whether we are having a haircut. And let me explain. The haircut has affected our pensioners, But the haircut has also affected the quality of our education. Our education has also received a haircut. So has the haircut affected the quality of our health care. It has also affected even the quality of our roads and the quality of our businesses. So this is very, very serious. Whether it is about the cost of living, whether it is about our businesses collapsing, whether it is about unemployment, whether it is about our children not having nutritious meals because we can no longer afford them. Ladies and gentlemen, whether all these things are happening, we know that they affect everyone without discrimination. But we also know that they affect women more than men. Is that true or not? Where are the women? Are they here? You are here. So you know what I'm talking about. You know that when there's just one mushroom left, you have to turn it into a palatable meal for everyone to enjoy. You know when the children are sick, go to any hospital and see those who bring the patients. It's the women who do so. When a family member is ill, it's always a woman who stays by the patients. So when things are not working, we feel it more. However, we are also the ones who don't earn that much. We are also the ones who don't generally stay in school for that long. So what should happen? What should His Excellency John Dramani Mahama do? He has thought very long and hard about this problem. He has been in government before. He has handled this country before. He might not have been perfect, but we all know that he did the best he could. He did the best he could by everyone. And this is the time I want to thank the entire northern section of our country for giving the NDC, for giving Ghana a person who prioritizes truth over lies. A person who doesn't give false promises.
Now,
A
young
capable,
to the man
highly
himself, Stephen
competent,
Atubiga, the
truthful.
opinion of former President John Dramani Mahama's campaign to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign heading into the 2024 elections. Yeah, I should say, Stephen Atubiga said, "Nkofo Mukasa or a colossus of Ghana's politics." Eyampa and I say, "Enye ampa."
When you go around, Muslims are saying that, some are saying, look, I'm NDC, I'm not MPP. For the fact that I'll also see my Quran also being lifted up for the first time.
Yes. At the Independence
Square.
Independence.
My brother, have you seen the crowd at the north?
But Dr. Bawumia lifted up the Quran when he was taking the oath of vice president.
But they don't vote for running mates. Look, and put me on record. The Akans and the Ashantis, they own this country. Northerners bringing us on board, whether you like it or not. They are bringing us on board to come and balance an equation. Are you getting me? Any successful Northerner or any, whether businessman or politician, it is an Akan that makes us. And when you also get the opportunity, this is the time that John Dramani Mahama was enjoying monopoly. My big brother, as the first Northerner to have led this country, to open doors after...
No, Liman was the
No,
first.
Liman failed us. I'm talking about after 40 years.
Okay.
Dr. John Dramani Mahama is the first, after 40 years, the first Northerner that has been given opportunity to lead us, to open doors, both NDC, MPP, every Northerner to have hope. Are you getting me? And then he did what he had to do. And then there's another Dombo, 50 years, that gave birth to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And Northerners are not taking it for granted. They've tasted John Dramani Mahama's leadership.
One NDC person told me that
Yes.
I should talk to the MP people because they are doing a very dirty campaign in the north. So I asked him that, what's the campaign? Why is it dirty? He said, do you know what they are telling the northern people? They are telling them that, look, Liman was brought by Moro Igala.
Thank you, because he was
And because
corruption.
of that, the majority Ashantis didn't support
Thank you.
Liman. Then
Thank
he
you.
failed.
Thank you.
John Mahama was brought by the Fantis.
Yes.
And because of that, the Ashantis didn't support. You see
Good.
what Bawumia has done?
Good.
He's going to get the support of the Ashantis because they brought him.
Thank you.
So he will be
Thank
successful.
you.
So
Thank
rather
you.
vote for him.
Yes.
He will definitely do
Yes.
2 terms.
Thank you.
Because they will make sure
And
he
the
does 2
Northerners
terms.
who are supposed to support John Dramani Mahama, he has allowed the Northerners to be run down by Fifi Kote in the party that today there is no any credible Northerner left. That is why John Dramani Mahama keep making those uncalled for statements, because there is no, when Harun Idrisu and Co Mutaka and Co. or other Nosa would have told, my brother, don't say this. Don't say that.
Yeah,
don't do
true.
this.
Haruna would have told Philip,
Yes.
you can't say that.
Yes. So
he understands not.
So at this moment, my brother never protected his own. And if you look
but
at
Hudu Yaya is there.
Oh, Hudu Yaya, you see, knowing my big brother Hudu Yaya very well, you know he's married to John Dramani Mahamad's direct sister, one father, one mother. And Hudu Yaya is not the kind that is very out there. I get him. He's very.
He's an important member of the party.
But they are not using them. They are not using them. That's
Who's
why
not using them?
That's John Dramani Mahama. If he had called, look, President Kufuor, it is the Ashantis that made it. You bathe your child, let the child look good, and bring the child, and the others will embrace. So if you look at President Kufuor, the Ashantis gave him 100%. Former President Rollins, the Ewes all collectively gave it, and then they embraced. President Nanado, the Akans and all gave, so as President Kufuor. Then John Dramani Mahama. Now you are going to split. That's he and a very experienced president.
No, but the NDC will win the North. They believe they will win all the northern seats.
Did you see the crowd?
Where?
If look at from Wali to Tamale area, where the vice, I'm talking about where have they seen the crowd?
I saw Bimbila.
Yes, look at Bimbila. My mother
little knows how to organize.
My mother is Konkomba.
Yes.
Okay, from those areas, from Bunchiritanga, and I know all those areas. Majority of them used to be NDC. Today they have 10.
Are you sure?
Yes. Look, they can.
So we should be expecting different results.
I'm telling you because we didn't use them when they've been loyal. They felt that they didn't use them. The Konkombe started complaining, and Moses Mabingbe was sent as an ambassador. Sent as ambassador, you cannot help the people. Then we went and brought the PNC man to come and be the deputy chief of staff last minute.
That's Prosper.
No, not Prosper. There's the deputy chief of staff that they brought last, who is
deputy chief of staff.
Okay. Yes, before we went to opposition, and he's a P. So they were peeved. So Harun Edrusu arranged and made sure that they brought a Konkomba man, his sponsor, to come and be the regional chairman, the Basa at the northern region. So this was then such a person, John Dramani Mahama. You want to be president? You've allowed all your northern brothers, including us, who put our neck on the table, chopped. You folded. They've run everything. That now you are alone. For the first time in the history of this country, the party is choosing your campaign team. Always you hear the president.
Which party chose his campaign team?
John Dramani Mahama.
How do you know the party?
Because always our norm of NDC is the president nominates his own campaign team and announces from the president of it. This time it wasn't like that.
Well, but I'm sure President Mahama.
But it is wrong. That is not the norm.
I'm sure he gave the list.
But he wants to be. It shows that you are not independent. Then you boastfully. They always come to say, let me ask you an example. If you look at the campaign list, you remove Kwesi Ahoy there because he was a threat to you. Remember, he was a threat to you from interior minister to ambassador. Because you remember at those days that Tamils was sick, it was Harun Edrisu.
In there,
It was Harun Edrisu and Kwesi Ahoy's ticket that was brewing.
Yes.
That is where then.
But that's a strong ticket, I have to say. Kwesi Ahoy, Harun Edrisu.
Yes, and then Bovlo Latte was felt to be so strong that he had to get rid of him. So, and if I'm John Dramani Mahama, I would have also done same because the circumstances you brought it. Now you are bringing them. They are too old. How can they can be advisors. How can you make Alabi, Professor Alabi, who is more stronger? When it comes to the party structure, Professor Alabi is bigger and strong. I'm talking about party structure grasp than John Dramani Mahama. You make such a person your campaign manager. A campaign manager is somebody that you can send. Somebody that you can shout at. Somebody that the candidate can say, look, what are you doing? Go here and go and do this. Can he do that to Professor Alabi? Professor
Alabi should submit himself to the president. No. Professor Alabi has never been president of Ghana.
Yes, but our party structure and chain in line and seniority, Alabi carries certain cloud in his own capacity that he's good as an advisor. You think if Alabi was an advisor, sitting back on a chair, looking at the direction the president is going, an advisor, and he has a party chairman and a party campaign manager, like, let's say, a free Ankara. Let's say...
I get the point.
Are you getting me? He can tell the president that he shouldn't be making such statement. President, come. You see, when you go, if every region, every town, every place have the language that they speak, and any political party that is in opposition, that is running a campaign like they are already in government, they can't win an election. They are running, the NDC is running behind the candidate like Shatawale with his team, like he's a superstar, a movie star. They are not running. And as a former president, you can be groomed, you can be tamed. As a former president, you can be tamed. You have an experience. Your language should be different from somebody who wants to be president. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is running the campaign like he has never been president. Dr. Bawumia is campaigning like he is an opposition leader who now wants to take power. The NDC, now look, you have traveled. When they have built a party around one person, if John Dramani Mahama is not if he's not at a particular place, the party is in.